Alright, g'day everyone. So I've got a few tools here. I haven't even checked in the car what I need to do. I've watched the video, but nothing on this car. So the closest car I could find was a Nissan 370Z to install a throttle controller. I went with the EVCX Ultimate 9, whatever it's called. Oh, it's tiny, yeah, so very small. Actually, we'll keep that cover on for now, just while we're installing it. We'll do a quick unboxing, then we'll go in the car and see what the deal is. But literally all it is, I can't imagine it being too difficult. It's just disconnect your throttle connector and then plug this in line, and that's it. From the videos I've seen. The main reason I went with this one, there are other ones. There's lots of other ones. I assume they would do all exactly the same thing. This one, here we go. So that's it, very easy. The only thing I didn't bring is some zip ties. Probably need some zip ties. But yeah, your throttle, you unplug your throttle, then plug it into here, then plug that back into where your throttle did connect. And then this wire, this long wire goes up to the dash and you just connect it. One good thing about this one is you can connect it on that side, or you pull the pin and you can connect it on either side. So really you don't have to have a wire going around where you don't want it. So that's the main unit. What's this? A little pouch. Okay. So yeah, this is the reason I kind of went with this one, and there are other ones that do exactly the same thing, but I like the look of this one. The screen's pretty cool. It's an OLED screen, not a LED screen, and it had some good features. So one of the features is you can put this into lock, so throttle lock mode. I think there's an app. I've already got the app on my phone, but obviously I haven't used it. I'm just taking it out now. But from what I can see and what I've seen on some line, you can put a pin number in, and you can press the throttle as much as you want, and you're not taking the car. Another way is to disconnect this when you go out somewhere. Put it in the pouch, put it in your pocket, and you won't even be able to start the car. I mean, you might be able to start the car, but there's no accelerator. So that's a good feature. The other good feature is what I really bought this for, is the valet mode. I do all the servicing, but eventually it's going to have to go to the dealer. I wouldn't mind taking it maybe once every couple of years for them to update any computers or anything like that. So what you can do is put this into valet mode, and it'll limit throttle to 50% and limit acceleration to 50%, so no one can thrash your car. If you are going to do that and take it to a mechanic or a dealer, you probably want to let them know that that's what you've done, because otherwise they're going to get in it and think something's wrong with the car, and then ring you up and say something's wrong with the car, or it's going to cost extra money to fix or whatever. So you definitely want to let them know, but at least you know that they can't take it for a joyride. You may think I'm overreacting, but I'm on a Facebook page for this car, the Nissan Z. I think it was a WA one, or there's a lot of different pages. There's a WA one and an Australian one. Can't remember which one it was in, but the guy was from WA, and he reckons he picked his car up and got in there, went to the fuel economy screen, and the fuel economy was like triple what it normally sits at, and that's because the mechanic must have taken it out and taken it for a joyride. It was in the like 27 litres per 100, and normally these sit around 9 to 10. So yeah, he went back and told him off. Yeah, so he caught him out, went back, told him. They were very apologetic, said that they'd talk to the mechanic, and then I read his story. I seen his number plate, noticed that it was a WA car, and I said, "Oh, what dealer was that?" Out of interest, because I'm in WA as well, would be nice to know. And I won't mention their name, but he told me the dealer, and it's the same dealer that I bought mine from, which is it's the dealer that I would use. Came with zip ties, so that's cool. Yeah, it's the dealer that I would have been using. So yeah, so this will stop him from doing that. Also, if you ever lend your car to someone, you can put it into a throttle mode where there's no way you wouldn't give it to someone to drive on the street in valet mode. I think it's just got I don't think it'd have any guts whatsoever. unless it's your only car and you teaching someone to drive in it, you wouldn't want to just unleash them on 400 horsepower straight away. Even with traction control, this thing gets sideways. Ask me how I know that. So yeah, you wouldn't want to put a brand new driver in that car, but with this you can, because you can just dial down the throttle. It would be good if they had, because I have an app, it would be good if they had a custom mode where you could dial in the throttle response and limit the throttle. So rather than go to 100%, maybe, and valet mode's 50%, maybe do 60% or 70%, and then you could trim it in, and then anyone could drive this car, like a learner driver could drive it, whatever. But yeah, I wouldn't go giving a learner driver that straight up. And like even if it is your own car and you want, and you know, your daughter or your son's just got their license, you could dial this in. I mean, not on this car, you could do it to any car. And if it had a custom mode, you could dial it in so that they can drive it, but they can't be stupid in it, if you know what I mean. So pretty cool, good technology. A lot of people would say that these aren't good. They're mainly for four-wheel drives, towing, things like that. I'd agree. I would definitely, if you're into modifying your car heaps, go and get a tune, because it's going to be a lot better than this. This won't do, apart from throttle response, this is not changing anything really. They reckon it improves economy if you go down to a different, but it's just altering your throttle response. You could do that yourself. That's all it does. My Tirana that I used to have, you can see it here in the photos, that obviously was a cable throttle, so it was 1-to-1 the whole way through the rev range. This is annoyingly very far off that. It's so spongy, it's not funny. Which is good if you're putting around town. I like it a little bit more responsive, and I've done 3,000 Ks in it now, and I'm starting to notice it more and more. So I want to try and dial it in to feel like this car used to feel like, because this thing used to break traction. It was only a 4-speed, and it'd break traction in, I wouldn't do it in fourth, but it'd do it in first, second and third at whatever speed. And that's due to the throttle response. It didn't have a computer telling it how fast. It was just, if you wanted full throttle and you're already doing 60k an hour and you're in second gear or third gear and you plant it, it's going. It's no holding it back. So I want to try and find the setting. There's a lot of different settings in this. I don't know. I don't know if this actually lays it out in like a graph of all the different settings, but no, it doesn't. It's got the different modes. But yeah, there's Ultimate 9, which is just all balls out. It's full everything. Then there's Ultimate, and then that's got nine different settings within that setting. And then there's Launch, probably has 9 settings in that as well. Adapt, Economy, Anti-Slipped, Factory. So you just whack it in Factory and it goes back to exactly how it is in Standard. Valet, Throttle Lock, and Unlock. So it's got lock and unlock, yeah. So we'll go through it. It's going to be a long video. I've watched a heap of videos. They're very short. They're only like 5 minutes. This one definitely is probably already more than 5 minutes now, and we've only just taken out the box. So I'm going to go in the car. I've got a light. We'll go and have a look at the throttle setup, because this has got a floor mounted throttle, I'm pretty sure. Let's have a look. If it's got your normal throttle that comes from the top, I think it's a lot easier. So you cannot see a thing at the moment. Probably should take the floor mat out. That'll give me something to put my crooked knees on. Okay, we'll put that behind there. Oh, that's a nice view. Beautiful. Oh, here we go. Ah, okay. Alright, so there's our cable. And I can feel, yeah, I'm not getting that off. I think the screws are under here. I really don't want to break it. I will edit. I will shorten this video, so you'll probably see cuts in and out, but I won't leave anything that's necessary. Sorry, I won't cut out anything that's necessary. I'm just going to cut out the swearing and frustrating bits for me.
Yeah, I think I watched the 370 video and there was 2 bolts here, and then the whole thing just came off. I can feel it, but I don't know how to undo that. And if I undo it, there's no way I'll get the new one back in. So we'll lift this up. This car's like pretty much a 370, so I'm pretty sure this is all going to be all the same. Yeah, no, that's not going to happen. So when you buy, oh, here we go. I don't care if it munches out the side too much. It's only a little throttle thing. It really doesn't matter, but don't want to go stuffing it too much. Oh, I just turned the fan off because it's a bit noisy, but I think I'm going to have to turn it back on. It's getting hot. It's quite a warm day today. Okay. Someone's here. Hang on. Okay, yeah, that was an Amazon man. I just got I got my new oil filter delivered yesterday, and then while I was looking, I actually came across what's her name? Oh, I didn't let the dogs out. I normally lock them in the bedroom when someone comes to the door because they go a bit stupid. Yeah, so I ended up finding, because you gotta change the crush washers every time you do an oil change on the car. These aren't really that sharp, these things. This is really annoying. I'm just wondering if there's another bolt somewhere I'm not seeing. No, there isn't. And it's definitely, there's no other bolts. No, they're definitely under there. Yeah, and I ended up finding a magnetic drain plug. So that way, if there's any metal in your oil, it gets attracted to the drain plug. Oh, I'm just going to let the dogs out. There we go. Okay, it is ultra tight, and it's just a clip. There's really nothing to it. Yeah. Anyway, looks like 10 or 12 mil. That one. 10 mil. So don't need that. Don't need that. That wasn't very tight. Yeah, okay. Geez, it felt tight in the car. That was almost finger tight. Wonder what the go was there. Just wondering if I could have probably. I don't think you can. Nah, there's no clip. You have to pull half the dash apart, I think. Okay, I might as well get my little vacuum cleaner while we're here. Okay, so that's why it feels really tight. It's actually got this bit here feeds into that, and then it's just 2 screws. So that's all it is. So that's the business end. That's what we want. So to get that out, I think you just pull or push. They're either push in, pull out, up or down. It could be one of 4 ways, and if you don't work with these things all the time, you don't really know just by looking at them. They're a bit I'll get back to you once I get it off, and I'll let you know which way it is. Okay, got it. 2 seconds later. So push that in, and with your thumb push that up. So push the body of the housing up and that in at the same time, and out she comes. I'll get the machine. Yeah, so when you buy them, you have to tell them what car you're putting it in. that side goes there. So they give you the right connectors. I'm pretty. A lot of cars are going to be the same because like this is not a Nissan thing. This is whoever makes the things for Nissan. That's it. That's in, and then it's the same clip. So it ain't coming out. So we are good. So you probably want to snip this zip tie. That's one thing I didn't bring is cutters. I'll be back in a minute. Alright, so I got some more zip ties. Some black ones because they give you white ones. Not that you'll be able to see it, but okay, so we'll take, oh yeah, it's a zip tie clip thing. Take that out. Only because we kind of want more length. So then we'll zip tie. Probably go that way. Can probably zip tie the whole machine. Keep calling it a machine, it's just a box. Yeah, I didn't bring big zip ties, so we'll have to use two. I ain't think I've got any big ones than these. That's one thing I do need to do is improve my zip tie collection. It's kind of one thing you think about every 5 or 10 years, and then comes to a point where you kind of run out. You've only got the ones, you've only got the sizes, the unpopular sizes. That's why you've got them left over. Might be better on the outside. I don't know. Okay, that's about all I can do. It's mainly just so it doesn't bounce around and make stupid noises. That's it. Oh, so there's a Z. There's a Z emblem on the floor mats, and I keep putting my knee on it, and it really hurts. Okay, so then this is the main this is the cable to the controller, so we'll leave that hanging out, and then that there. Run that up there, tuck that in. We don't really need any more anything else. Kind of tucks in pretty nice actually. Yeah, that's not going to bounce. That's got a fair bit of pressure on it. Yeah, all good. Okay, so we'll whack these bolts back in. I do have an OBD2 tool, scan tool. I might bring that with us because we'll go for a drive now and check this out. I'm definitely not going to put that plate back on. That's one thing I won't do till I know this is all working. I'm pretty sure on these OBD2 things it'll tell you throttle position, because this has obviously got a throttle position sensor, and I'm pretty sure there's a readout. There'll be a readout for it. How did I lose a bolt from... What? We'll keep that in the car there. I've literally lost a bolt, and I've only, unless it's under, did it go under the pedal? It's the only place it can be. Yeah, see, that's, I only did that finger tight, and that's as tight as it was before. Yeah. I'm going to put the little screen on the, I don't think it's going to be something I play with too often. So I'm going to put it on this side so you can't see it. No, it's not there. What the? There's one. Now let me move the light around. Oh, what? That is... I need that, and I need that. Alright, how does that happen? I'm confused. It's not out here. I'm down a bolt. Can you guys see it? Is it on the bench? I don't think so. Oh, far out. I hate when things like this happen on such a simple job. How does... Oh, I don't understand. It couldn't have... Oh, it can. Okay, so there we go. Oh, what? Oh, you're joking. There it is. You gotta be really careful. There's a big void here. Just enough to lose the bolt down. I was almost going to go and put the videos on the computer so I could re-watch it. Oh jeez. I don't want to lose that. And that's kind of what it feels like it's going to happen. That's going to be really annoying. I'm going to go get some long nose pliers. Alright, if it's magnetic, oh yes, that'll be good. Don't need the mirror. Ah, the rest of the car's magnetic too. There we go. There we go. Oh man. Alright, back to and we're back to where we were. Like that. Yeah, so don't do that. Second time I've done that. It was actually working though. Yes, I was saying I've got a OBD2 thing, so I might bring that with us if I remember. And you'll be able to see the difference with the TPMS to what this signal interrupts. If that makes sense, like you'll be able to see the difference. I think you would, unless it's that's tight enough because it wasn't that tight to begin with. All right, that's all we need to do. Now we just got to run this nice cable, probably through here, and then somewhere inconspicuous, I suppose. I really don't want it in the middle. Nah, there's a nice spot for it just here. I'll show you after I've done it. Oh yeah, you can probably use their zip ties to make that even nicer. Maybe not actually. If I just tuck, yeah, there's plenty of room under here, which is good. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do, is just connect this up to the controller. I'll have to get some alcohol, I'd say, to clean this. It's quite shiny. It's whatever they've used. So I'm going to put it here. I'm going to put it just here. It's kind of actually, you know what, I think what I'll do is leave it for now. We'll connect it up, leave it loose, just up here somewhere, or there's enough to put it in the middle. We'll go and play with it on the road and then try and find a spot that I can see it while I'm driving, because that may not be the best option there. You'd have to duck down and it may not work there. So I think that's what we'll do, is we'll leave it loose like that. Leave the wire over there, and we'll go for a drive and make sure it's going to work where it's going to work. But otherwise, that's the installation done. Apart from that cover, I'm not putting that on until I know everything works, because that was the hardest part of the job, was taking that cover off. You really got to get quite deep with a screwdriver and flick it up. But anyway, I'll see you in the car. All right, the big car park's back there, but there's a few cars in it, so we'll just stay here for a bit. I can't imagine it being too bad. ID 0197, there we go. That just popped up when I pressed the two buttons together, so that might be it. 01.
Wi-Fi disabled.
think it's working. Connect Bluetooth. Oh, okay, it's working. Okay, so you gotta, I think you gotta, we better set the password first. Settings. What's reset password? It's not working. Reset password. Okay. There we go. It must be something on my fingers. Unlock. Okay, there we go. So we're in factory. So really, if you wanted to, you could actually hide this. If you're not going to play with it too much, you could actually hide it and then just leave it. Let's just go straight out to Ultimate 9. Why not? No. There's something... I don't know what's going on. So it's locked. I'm trying to not read the instructions because it shouldn't really be this difficult. AT lock, I don't know what that means. Okay, so we're in factory and it's locked. Oh no, I think it's unlocked. So that's Ultimate 9. Okay, yeah, you can definitely feel the difference. Whoa, yeah, okay, that can't be good for the gearbox. But I mean that is on 9. Oh, that just spun the wheels. Yeah, okay, no, that's stupid. So how do you make it go down? Oh, okay, so Ultimate 9, economy, anti-slip, factory, valet. That's still pretty fast. Oh, okay, yep. So yeah, pretty much that speed you just seen there, that's the maximum speed. Be good if it cut acceleration a bit less, but you're not, I could still spin the tyres, but that's as fast as it's going to go. 2,500 RPM. Okay, that's good. So valet, Ultimate 9, and then Ultimate 2. Oh, even that's up there. But that route. Oh wow, that's cool. Yeah, okay. I might just. So let's just say 5's halfway. Yeah, that's a bit. Oh, that just spun the wheels. I don't know if you can hear that. Yeah. I can understand why they do it because it's mainly for four-wheel drives, and maybe like if you've got a really sluggish car, this will really wake it up. But this car's already pretty awake, and I'm only in standard mode too. I reckon I probably wouldn't go past 3. Let's just try number 1. Ultimate 1. Yeah, see, even that's more than standard. Wow, Okay. Let me just put it to factory. That's factory. Okay, yeah, so probably 2 is the same as factory. I don't know why you'd need Ultimate 9, but like I said, it's for the car. Alright, let's go for a drive on the road in 3 and see what that's like. Because to me that feels like putting this in sports mode. It just gets rid of that doughy feeling. Oh, that's better. That's heaps better. Because in the standard thing, it felt like it had a bit of a dull spot in the throttle just after you take off. Now, oh, okay. So bump that up to 5. That's a big difference. I can see you probably go through more fuel though, because it really gives you that rush off the line, but you do get used to it, I suppose. That's on 5, so if we go up, let's just go to 8. I think 9's a bit ridiculous because that was spinning tyres. And maybe put it in manual. See if yeah, really wake. That's pretty cool. I like that. Definitely makes the throttle pedal feel like it's actually connected to the car and not going through a computer. If you haven't driven a cable throttle car, you probably don't. I'll probably sound like an idiot. Yeah, 8's too much. That's too much. Oh yeah, that's too much. Yeah. Okay. I'll try and find a spot to pull over, put that back in the drive. Geez, you can really hear the turbos going now. That was in 9 or 0. That's 0. No, that's Ultimate 9, and then Ultimate. I reckon around 4 is pretty manageable, and that's going to change for any car really.
because it revs quicker, because you've got more response, it drops the gears quicker, so you get more pickup, which is perfect. Before it was just, you're just waiting for the gears to downshift. Now it's kind of it's there before you realise it. So yeah, it's definitely changes the feel of the car. That's really nice. I'm going to have to drive it for a long time in varying conditions, alternating between what number. But yeah, I reckon somewhere between 3, 4, 5, maybe 6. I reckon 6 might be too much, because 5 feels pretty good. And then if you put it in actual sport mode on the car, yeah, it doesn't really change it. Yeah, so that's good. I want to put it in this valet mode, but not on this road. Just go through some quiet streets. That was my main. I mean, to wake the car up's good, but valet mode I reckon is a really good idea. But like I said, you got to tell the people that you're giving it to that it is in valet mode, because otherwise they might pull out on a road and then all of a sudden they've got no acceleration and they get cleaned up by someone. So that's why I'm not even going to bother trying to muck around with it on this road. Yeah, it's really cool. I'll pull over up here. There's a quiet road coming up, and we'll muck around with the app and have a look. And yeah, see, it's not jolty off the mark, so it's still. I can definitely feel that you've got to be a bit more precise on the throttle, but it's not. It doesn't just take off 9. It just takes off and spins the tyres. I don't know when that would be a good idea, because even if you're on a racetrack, that's the last thing you want is an over-responsive throttle. You want to feel it a bit more. But like I said, 9 probably suits my Commodore. You know, like that is ultra spongy. So you probably could run this comfortably. Like this car's comfortable range is 3, 4, and 5, whereas a Commodore with half as much power and a much spongier throttle, more geared towards economy and just general driving, that's probably more comfortable in 6, 7, and 8, and 9 is probably not too bad, but it's more comfortable 6, 7, and 8. So they've got that's why there's 9 steps of adjustability that can kind of cater for any car, really. Like if you say you had a 5 or 600 horsepower car, this is 400. So say if you had a 5 or 600 horsepower car, probably 2, 3, and 4 might be its comfortable range, and then this is in the middle, and then a really laggy car is more comfortable at the higher ranges. So I don't think I'd ever use 9. I'm just gonna. There's some quiet streets coming up. Just bear with us. Yeah, that's really nice. That feels very similar to how the Tirana felt, which is kind of funny because that's like a 1970s old school. You know, you had to really be touchy. I couldn't really drive that in the rain because of this problem. So that car probably needed the opposite to what this has got. So not that you could do it because it was a cable throttle, but it really needed a less jumpy throttle. Because that car was quite difficult to drive I've only drove it once or twice in the wet, and it was too dangerous, and that's half the reason I never drove it in the wet. It just used to spin all the time, just because of the throttle. I actually changed something because I ended up putting a Holley Sniper electronic EFI carby kind of thing on it, and it's a 4-barrel, and all 4 barrels used to open when you press the throttle, and I actually had to buy a separate linkage to make it so that only the first 2 barrels opened, and then at about 40% throttle, the secondary barrels, the 2 other barrels opened up. Because with all 4, it's kind of like what this thing is in number 9. It's just, you'll get halfway through a roundabout like this, and just give it a little bit more to get out, and it'll just step out and off it goes. Yeah, that's really nice. honest, actually, for what it cost. They do, so this one's about $100 or $150 more than the white model that they do. So they do another one, and it doesn't have valet mode, doesn't have launch, doesn't have anti-slip, doesn't have lock, but you can still lock the throttle by undoing that screen, I think. So we'll go and muck around with that now. There is a big car park coming up over here. So yeah, they do a cheaper model if it's just for like a daily driver that you want to pep up a little bit and you don't want to play with it at all, and you're not interested in valet or those kind of launch and anti-slip and all that. I really wanted it for valet mode, so that's why I got this version, that's all. And the screen's not an OLED screen like it is on this one, it's just more of a basic single character or double character LED kind of screen. So the car park is over here. Yeah. Once you get used to that throttle, you can just, and that's what I mean, it's exactly like the Tirana. It was millimetre at a time, and that got you off the line nice and slowly. Really smartens it up, really nice. So we'll just go here. Let's park here. So if we were in park, just to be safe, and then if we crank it up, so we're on. Yep. So I've been changing it here, so it's an Ultimate 5, and that's Ultimate 5, and you can change them there. Yep. Oh no, hasn't changed there yet. Okay, hasn't changed there yet, but doesn't matter. So let's go lock. Don't know if this is talking to it. I think it did at one stage. Nah, see that? Now it's gone again. Yeah, no, it's not working. This bit works, but I can't choose anything, and it's saying that it's connected. So I'll kill the connection, reconnect. So what I've done is I've unplugged my Bluetooth Android Auto, because I know that if that's connected, that interferes with my phone talking to the dash cam. So I've disconnected it. So if you can't connect, make sure you don't have any other connections. That may be what it is. Anyway, oh, here we go. So yeah, it's in launch because I just changed it. So now we'll go to lock, put my password in. Alright, does that mean that... I think that means that this screen is locked. No, it's still not working. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Settings, I might have... It may be me, I'm not sure. Firmware upgrade. So I can't really click on anything. That. You can do like a wheel layout. Not a fan of that. Settings, interface style, launch pad. That's better, I think. Yeah, it's not my phone. It's like something's not working properly. Yeah, so it's not working. It's saying that it's connected. I really don't know what's going on. But if we kill that, oh no, it still works. Okay. So adapt. Let's just see if we can use a keypad. Economy, anti-slip, factory. So pressing. I'm just trying different things. Yeah, so if you put it in valet mode and then disconnect that, take that with you while you go and have dinner. It puts it into a very doughy, spongy mode. We'll just go for a lap around the block in valet mode. Oh, yeah, that's still pretty fast. That's what I mean. They should have a custom mode where you can okay, yeah. So that's as fast. I can only do about 60 k's an hour. Yep, no matter what you do. Yeah, it's just creeping just above 60. So I'll go flat to the floor. That's flat to the floor, does nothing. It would be good if it was a bit slower, but that's definitely fixable in a firmware upgrade. Just to put a custom mode in so that you can go. Obviously, you can't limit by speed, so it must be school pickup time. This is ridiculous. They're not meant to park on the right like this guy's parked, but he's talking to someone. Yeah, they can't limit by speed because the box doesn't know how fast it's going. But they could limit by throttle percentage. So I don't know what it's set to now, but yeah, you can still do 60 or 70 k's an hour. But you can't get there quickly, and you've only got to just do it that once, like that, and go, oh, I can't thrash this car, so you won't thrash the car. I'll stop here in the shade. So yep, definitely a winner there for launch. Where is it? Here. So that's cool. But I'm just wondering, because it's got an unlock thing there, so you're in valet, so if you ATN lock, I don't know what that means. Yeah, okay, so I'll figure it out. So if we go back to valet, press and hold the left one, ATN lock, MT lock. It's still unlocked. I don't know what AT and MT lock means. Let's have a look. Throttle control. They really, it's more catered for changing things on the app. Yeah, so here it says valet, slow acceleration with a maximum of half throttle. Yeah. Set to lock mode and remove the... Okay. Yeah, I really can't... There it goes. So I'm pressing the throttle and there's no... So that's what you do, you put it in that mode and then disconnect, take that with you, and even if someone breaks into your car with the key, they still can't use it. So that's awesome. And then, so it's press and hold left button. Oh, maybe it's press and hold right button to unlock it. Oh, this is good. Oh, there we go. Nah. Yep, so it's locked at the moment. AT lock, MT lock, I don't know what the difference is, so we'll go AT lock.
N lock is unlock. There we go. And I've got throttle again. So that's really cool. So now let's go MT lock, unlock. N lock is unlock. N lock. Anyway, you can do it on the screen, which is good. Let's see if the app's working. So we'll go Bluetooth. I'm pretty sure the Bluetooth is connecting to the box on the pedal, not to this thing. I don't think that's got the Bluetooth in it. So yeah, you can do everything that the app can do through this screen. It's just a bit easier to do with that. But I haven't found what AT and MT lock means. I can't see anything that says that. But yeah, all good. So that's pretty cool. It's like having a second key, I suppose. And then even if they did steal this key, they're not getting into it. Factory mode, yeah. Oh, here we go, transmission. To set the transmission type, scroll to AT/MT by pressing the mode button. Press the set button. Oh, okay. Lock. To lock or unlock the throttle, scroll to the N lock by pressing the mode button. Use the set button to choose between lock and N lock. N lock in brackets unlock. Yep. Okay, so that's two different things. So press and hold the left button is manual transmission, where auto transmission. And then okay, it's a screen. It's a scroll. That's all it is. So N lock. So now I'm at N lock because there's an arrow there. See that? Oh, I don't know if you can see, but it says quit with an arrow, so that's my selection now. Now I'm at AT with an arrow, so I'm saying a now automatic transmission or manual transmission. The N lock has nothing to do with that MT or MT. So we're automatic transmission, and now we'll press it again, and we're at N lock. So now we want to go, no, we want to lock it. And there we go. There we go. So now you just disconnect and take that with you. And then quit. And then AT, no, we want lock, unlock. There we go. That's cool. And then quit, enter, valet mode. Yep, awesome, awesome. Okay, Ultimate 9, like I said, I'll never use it. Ultimate 5 seems pretty good. Launch mode, not interested. Adaptive, I don't know what that is. I don't know if there's any settings to change. I think you just leave it. Let's go and have a look. So a bit peppier. I may leave it in adaptive, I don't know. We'll have to just muck around. This is just an initial setup. It's definitely not a review because I've driven it for as long as you've seen me drive it. So yeah. And that place that I said that I was going to put that little screen down here, no go, I can't even see it. You really have to take your eyes off the road to start playing with it. You really need it if you do want to start playing with it up here somewhere, and I don't really want that. Yeah, actually that adaptive's not too bad. Yeah, but anyway, we'll play with it, and over the next few weeks, and then I'll do another video. And what I'll have to do is just leave it in adaptive for a nice drive that we go on. See, that feels quite peppy. That's quite nice. Leave it in 5. Yeah, try out economy. If I go on a really long drive, I'll try out the economy mode. A car like this, I'm not really interested in fuel economy, so it's probably not going to be suited for me for that function of it. But otherwise, yeah, I mean, it is small. You could, obviously not there, but yeah, you could put it somewhere here. I don't know. I'll find somewhere. Whoa, yeah, okay. Alright, we'll head back home and wrap it up. Alright, that's the winner. I wasn't expecting it to be that good.
I drove it home in adaptive mode. It feels a little bit too responsive. But being that it's adaptive mode, after you drive it for a while, it may sense that you're pressing the throttle and then coming straight back off it. So it may go, well, this is too sensitive, so I'll dial it back a bit here, lift it up here. So I don't know what adaptive mode means, whether it's a fixed, it can't be a fixed thing, because otherwise it wouldn't be called adaptive mode, I suppose. So yeah, but otherwise, yeah, really good. Definitely peps it up, and it's good that it's got that many steps of adjustability. So yeah, really good. I'll definitely keep that in the car, because that lock thing's really cool. I like that. You could, leave your keys somewhere and somebody finds a car, and even then they can't get into it. So I'll be keeping that for sure. Don't need the stickers. I'll keep that just in case for a little while. I like to keep things just in case it doesn't work out for whatever reason. But it seems good. I'm pretty happy with that. Like I said, I wasn't really expecting it to be it's not a performance thing. That's for sure. It's not adding horsepower. It's just shifting your throttle response. That's all it's doing. But like I said, I mainly got it for the valet, the lock mode, and just to make it a little bit more peppy, just to see what would happen. But yeah, it's better than what I thought anyway. And the cheaper version for like a normal car like this, I reckon that's all you'd need if you're not interested in the valet mode and all that kind of gear. So yeah, pretty good. I like that. So what I got just then in the mail was this thing. It's like a little jewellery box. Oh, it comes with. They're not crush washers, so they're no good. Yeah, it really needs a crush washer. But so yeah, I got a whole bag of crush washers as well. That was a separate order, but they came in the same box. I suppose that's an Amazon thing. Yep, perfect. So it actually screws on, because the original one is like that as well. If anyone knows, you can kind of see there's one. I reckon if you have a look at a crush washer, it's bigger on one side than the other. It's got a little rolled edge there, and then a big flat edge here. I'm pretty sure the flat edge goes to the sump like that. Though I've got it on the right way. I'm pretty sure, because that's your sealing surface. So I'm pretty sure that's the right way, but I'm not too sure. I'll keep these, but they're definitely not going to get used in the car. And then I got this the other day. So that's actually an oil filter from a GDR. It's not off this car. The thread and the size is the same. So you use the GTR one, identical filter, apart from the fact that it's physically longer. I think mine's like a little shorty one like that, and then this is, I really don't think it's going to make much of a difference, but they're saying that this has more filtration. Well, it does, because it's bigger, so it's better, I suppose. That's what they're saying. And that actually came with a crush washer as well. So yeah, I've got crush washers for days. That'll do every service I'll ever do on the car. One for every 10, I think I've got 20 crush washers there. So that's like 200,000 kilometers worth of crush washers. So I'm pretty sure that'll do me. Even one a year is 20 years. I'll be in my 60s by then. So yeah, as long as the knee and the back allows me, I'll still have this car. So yeah, won't be buying crush washers for a while. But anyway, all good. You never know, you might drop one, lose it, break one, whatever. So at least you got spares, you don't have to run to the shop every time. So all good. That's a thumbs up. That's a winner. Easy to install. Like I said, the hardest bit is getting rid of that cover, snapping that cover off. That's the hardest bit out of the whole job. The rest of it's plug and play. Anyone could do that. Just don't be scared about ripping the cover. That's okay. You break it, you buy another one. You can buy them. I'm pretty sure I've seen them on Amazon or online. Worst case scenario, go to Nissan, pay $10, get a new cover. But it's under the floor mat anyway, so you can't see it. Even if you do, I scratched it and the ends are a bit stuffed, but it's under the floor mat, can't see it. So all good. Now that lock thing, don't rely on that, because if somebody breaks in to your car and they have the key and then they see that, all they need to do is disconnect that throttle controller and plug the original one back to where it used to be, and they can still steal your car. So I wouldn't go relying on that. That's not a be all end all, but it's just a delay mechanism really. So yeah, really good. I like that. What else can I say? I don't know. I've only driven it for as long as you guys have seen it. We'll leave it at that for now. Give me a month or two. I don't drive the car every day, so yeah, give me a month or two, and I'll get a couple hundred Ks, 500 Ks under my belt using it. I'll come up with my favourite mode that I kind of leave it in all the time. I'm not confident I'm going to mount that screen just yet. I really don't want to put that anywhere. I want to keep it nice and clean on the inside. It's not that it's massive and it's like going to take your eyes off the road or you know, whatever. But there's just not a good spot to put it in that car that has a flat surface facing you. All the flat surface that are facing you are kind of in the middle where the radio is. There's nothing around the steering column. If it was on this side or something, I'd do it straight away. I don't mind even if it's up here, but I can't do it down there because I can't see it, and I definitely don't want it in the middle. The next option is maybe up here on the windscreen, but even then the windscreen's on a big rake, you can't really see it. So I'll find somewhere, but I'm not going to find anywhere just yet. I'm going to use it, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to come up that I'm just going to leave it in one mode all the time and only look at it to put it in lock mode or valet mode, and then put it back into my favourite mode. And I'd be happy with that. So yeah, it may just get tucked under the dash somewhere, or just tucked in a little cubby somewhere, and just pull it out, you know, every few months when you need to put it in lock mode. And I don't leave the car anywhere like like I'm not going to leave it out in the middle of the city somewhere. I've got that car and another car to take. I don't have to drive this car if you know what I mean. Like I'm not forced to take this car and leave it in shady spots. So normally if I leave this somewhere, I'm not too far away. So yeah, that's not an issue there. But I mean, another scenario is we go on a holiday for a month or a few weeks, and you leave the car here. You can put it in lock mode, and even if someone breaks into the house and gets the keys, they still can't take it anywhere. So it is a good thing for sure. But anyway, I turned a quick install into, I don't know how many hours, definitely almost an hour. But I'll make it shorter. I'll cut some bits out. I'll cut some of that drive out. I'm sure nobody wants to watch an hour video about a 5-minute job and 5 minutes of driving. So all good. We'll catch you on the next one. Have a good one. See ya.